guys, it's April. So today I'm going to show you how to get this like Edward Scissorhands, Joyce Monroe meets Lady Miss Cure inspired look. I love Edward Scissorhands. I think stylistically it's one of my favorite Tim Burton films. I just really love the like bright pastel colors from that rainbow sherbet colored suburbia. I want to be a suburbanite in that little suburbia so bad. And I love how it's like juxtaposed with these beautiful, deep, dark, cool tone colors from the inventor's castle. And it's a cute movie and I love it so much. And also it has my favorite Danny Elfman score ever. I love him so much. And it's just a really fun look. I know that this isn't a like replica look of anybody in particular in the film, but when I think of like a 60s, early 70s horny housewife who loves like Tom Jones and eats bonbons and always has a cocktail in her hand and maybe like a Virginia Slim in the other, I think of like really big hair and lots of makeup. And I wish I had more gaudy like costume jewelry because it would have made this look that much better, but I don't. But I just wanted to do a look that sort of invoked those types of feelings that I get, those vibes. But it's actually not like too crazy difficult to do. The makeup is pretty simple. The hair, it's a little more complicated. It's very much similar to my Mars Attacks look that I did a few videos back. I will say, if you have hairspray, you're gonna do much better than I'm doing in this tutorial because I have no hairspray on hand and it's really hard to get really big hair without hairspray, just so you know. Yeah, so I am gonna go ahead and wrap up this intro and then we can get started on the makeup and hair. Alright, bye.
So the first thing that we're gonna do is prep our face with a nice tacky primer. I prefer tacky because the foundation sticks onto it better. I'm taking a flat concealer brush and dipping into a few concealer shades a little bit lighter than my skin tone, and I am carving out my eyebrows. The reason why this is nice is that it helps make your eyebrows look like they were freshly tweezed without looking as harsh as if you were doing them with a brow pomade. This is just my preferred method. Of course, you can fill in your brows any way you want to. Now I am taking a flat stippling brush and applying my foundation all over my face, and I'm just stippling it all over my face and then using that brush to buff it into the skin. You can choose to do any sort of like finish that you want. So if you want light coverage, medium coverage, matte or satin, doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you get that all over your face and that it's blended nice and well so you have a nice smooth blank canvas. Next, I'm going to take my loose face setting powder and I'm going to pack that underneath my eyes, around my nose, and the corners of my mouth first. And then whatever's left on the puff, I'm just going to dust that over the rest of my face just to make sure my face is nice and set. I like to blend down my neck because it gets a little sticky there. Now I am taking a very large blending brush and I'm dipping into this bright matte yellow, and I'm going to start working this into my crease. So I like to place the color into the outer part of my crease and then I start blending it in and up. With that same brush, I am taking a matte lime green eyeshadow and I'm packing that on the outer corner of my eyelid and then sweeping that into the crease and then little by little feathering that towards the inner corner, but I do want to leave that space a little bit bare. But I'm basically just blending this green into the yellow. Now with a little pencil brush, I am taking this like aqua blue eyeshadow and I'm going to smudge that into my bottom lash line, working it really close to the lash line and then blowing the color out. And since I wanted it a touch lighter, I'm going to go in with a matte white eyeshadow just to lighten it up a bit. Now I'm going to take a shader brush and this like salmony, peachy, pink color. I used a mixture of a matte color as well as a satiny finished eyeshadow. And I'm going to pop that into the inner corner, slowly sweeping that into the green, but I'm not blending too much because pink and green don't really blend well together. They get muddy. And I'm also going to blend that a little bit into the blue on the bottom lash line. And if you feel like you need to touch up the green, go ahead and do that. I like to, at this point, just pat the color over the lid so it keeps it from being overly blended. I'm taking another shader brush and picking up that white matte, and I'm applying this into my brow bone just to kind of blend in to the green a little bit. And I'm also going to take this white and pop that into the inner corner just to brighten this inner corner up a bit more. Now I'm going to just use my finger, and I'm picking up a rose gold shimmer, and I'm popping that into the inner corner of my eye for some brightness, and adding just a touch onto my brow bone as well. And once again, going back in with the green. Now I am taking a black liquid eyeliner, and I'm creating a very large dramatic wing. I wanted something very like late 60s, early 70s, and a wing is kind of the ideal choice there. And I want a more wide-eyed look, so I am taking a nude liner pencil and just putting that onto my waterline. And now go ahead and curl your eyelashes and apply black mascara to the tops and bottoms. Make sure that they're nice and coated, and I like to focus a little bit on my bottom lashes to make them a little more spiky. Now I'm taking a big powder brush, and I'm dipping into a peachy blush, and I'm applying loads and loads of blush onto my cheeks, over the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, on my chin. When I think of like a suburbanite housewife, I think of someone who probably likes to like sit out in the sun all day and tan. And of course, they are usually more sunburnt than tan. So I'm also taking another corally peach blush that has a little bit of shimmer to it. And I feel like this kind of helps with that like sun-kissed or possibly sunburnt glow. And I'm just being very heavy-handed with that and just applying it all over the place. Now I am applying some false eyelashes. These ones are really spiky, full, and flared, but honestly any style that you have on hand would be great. And I'm pinching them just to kind of blend them together, but my mascara sort of dried, so they never quite blended the way I want them to. Next I'm taking that black liquid eyeliner, and I'm drawing some bottom eyelashes because I just love how tacky it looks. Now I am taking some rose water spray and putting it into this brown brow kit that I have, and with a little tiny liner brush I am mixing that together, swirling it around, and I'm dotting little faux freckles all over my face, just little sprays here and there. So the method that I like to do is I like to just dot a couple and then use my finger to tap them out. And what that does is it lightens the freckles that you drew, but it also helps disperse some of the color in like a freckled formation. So you're not having to draw as many faux freckles as you think you are. Now I personally like to have them on my cheeks, a little bit over my nose, and just a touch on my forehead. Sometimes I put a few on the chin too, but I didn't do it this time around. But yeah, I just think it's really cute. And once again, when I think of these like housewives sitting out in the sun all day, they're likely very freckled or, you know, sun damaged, because that's what happens. I'm taking that blush and I'm just kind of running that over the freckles just to kind of blend them in a little bit better. Now moving on to the lips, I am taking a like peachy nude sort of lipstick and applying that all over my mouth. I like to round out my cupid's bow. As you guys know, I think it makes the lips look a little more pillowy. Now I am taking this like corally fruit punch color and I'm dabbing that onto the inner parts of my lips and then blending it out. Once again, running my ring finger over the outline just to kind of diffuse them a bit. It gives you that like popsicle lip effect that I like. And now I am picking up a matte orange shadow and once again applying that just to the very centers of my lips, so it looks like I was eating a popsicle, and then once again diffusing those outside lines so it's very soft. And now I'm going to go ahead and just finish off my eyebrows with a little brow gel just to kind of clean up any makeup, and it really helps frame the face. And then pinching my eyelashes one last time, even though it didn't even help at all. Moving on to the hair, so I'm just taking my little clips out and I am creating a nice deep side part, and I am sectioning off the front section. So I go from the part down to the ear, and I'm using a little clip just to section these away, since you want to use these to style a little bit later. So I just remembered that I needed to curl my ends, so what I'm doing is I'm taking my little hair straightener and I'm just curling the very bottoms of my hair just so that there's a little bit of volume there. And it kind of just gives it a little bit more body so it doesn't look too stringy. And I like to curl in alternating directions. Once again, just curling pieces forward, curling some backwards, and just focusing that on the very bottoms of my hair. Now that I've done that, I am taking my brush and I am sweeping all of my hair up into a very high ponytail, trying to make sure that I get all the little bumps and stuff out of the way. We're just gonna put this up really high on the very top of the heads. I'm using 2 elastics for better hold and a little bit of extra height. And I'm tying that up, and be sure to fan out your hair, not only to tighten the ponytail, but to give you some more height. Now I'm just taking that whole ponytail in a paddle brush, and I am backcombing the fuck out of my hair. This was a very complicated process. I wish I had hairspray. Hairspray would have made my life so much easier when doing this. But unfortunately, I didn't have hairspray. But just tease the undersection of your hair and then fan it out. And you can just like smooth over any little bumps or any tease that's poking out. And now, nope, I'm still teasing. I'm taking the side sections though, and I'm teasing underneath that just to kind of blend it into the rest of the ponytail. This is how I get my little like shorter bouffant looking style when you have really long hair. And if it's not right the first time, don't worry about it. Just keep on teasing the underside and finessing and primping and preening the little pieces of the hair. Eventually you'll get there. Like I said, sometimes I get it done the first time around. Other days it just takes me forever. But hairspray would have been so helpful. And now I'm just applying my little clips, making sure everything looks okay, trying to smooth the bottoms. There was a section of curls that I missed in the back that I noticed when I was filming the intro and outro. Can't do nothing about that now. But here I am just finessing, teasing, brushing. There's a whole lot of this going on. Oh my god. And I accessorized and I just talked over it. Go ahead and accessorize if you want. And here I am just smoothing my ends so that they look a little more cohesive and blended. And, you know, here I am trying to fix my head again. It was such a challenge this day, but it's okay. I just wanted to be real with you guys. Sometimes it takes a lot longer than you expect, but it is actually a bit of an easy look, even though I'm just talking about how much I had to fiddle with this one.
I don't know if I'm completely in the frame. This hair's a little bit big. But basically this is it for the completed look. My Joyce Monroe meets Lady Miss Cure meets, you know, Tom Jones loving horny housewife living in the rainbow sherbet colored suburbia of Edward Scissorhands. I love this look so much. As you guys know, I love big hair. Although big hair without any hairspray on hand is rather challenging. But thank goodness I at least have a teasing comb, even though I didn't end up using it at all in this video. But big hair and kind of this like rainbow sherbety colored makeup. I love green eyeshadow. I love blue eyeshadow. I love like the coral salmony pinks. Tons and tons and tons of blush and freckles and this kind of like popsicle lip sort of thing. Lip. This popsicle lip sort of thing I've got going on. It looks like you ate like a big stick, you know, that pineapple, is it pineapple cherry swirl? Love it. But yeah, it's actually not a too, I always say that the looks aren't too complicated. I don't know your skill level, but like the blending and stuff isn't too challenging. It's mostly just the pink and green on the lid, blue on the bottom lash line, do some wing liner, heavy eyelashes, draw on falsies on the bottom if you feel like it. Just load your face up with lots and lots of blush. Your lipstick doesn't even have to be perfect. It can be smudged. It's just a good time. And of course, like I said, I love big hair. But yeah, this is basically it. I hope you guys like this tutorial and I hope you guys find it helpful. If you recreate it, you gotta tag me in the pictures because I really want to see them. And yeah, I guess there's not much else to say unless you guys want to hear me ramble on about Danny Elfman and how much I love him, because I do. I love him so much. I love him so much. Why am I like this? Anyways, it is my favorite Danny Elfman score that he's ever done. Like Ice Dance, it's perfect. I love it so much. And the music is just really chef kiss, like spectacular, amazing, divine, otherworldly. I'm obsessed. And yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say. I guess we're just gonna wrap this video up. I will be leaving a list of all the products that I use down below in the description box, per usual. And yeah, there is one more tutorial that I want to try to knock out before I snip my hair off and bleach it, but I kind of want to do my like breakfast machine clown look. You guys know the one. My hair was a little bit shorter when I did that, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's the next tutorial you guys can look forward to. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.
Also, my inner corner was peeling. I don't know if this happens to you guys, but it's because I like to part my hair. The weight of my hair always pushes the corner of my eyelash down, which then forces the inner corner to pop up, and this happens every fucking time. It's so annoying. Do any of you guys also have this problem? And if you do, what do you do to fix it? Because I just look stupid for my intro and outro, and I kind of don't want to film it again, so I'm just going to allow myself to look dumb. Also, you saw this gap? You saw this gap in my hair? Excuse me, ma'am. What are you doing? I didn't ask. Oh, no, I made it worse. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Every time I take pictures for Instagram, things always look super cute, super put together, and then as soon as I need to go on camera and try to film it, I look like this. It's embarrassing. Anyways, did I have lip gloss on in the original look? Lip gloss is optional. Okay.